Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. So normally I have all of these videos planned out. I know exactly what I'm going to do each day that I film, but today is just not one of those days. I kind of went out of order when all these different launches started coming out, and the ones I had planned, I thought, oh, I don't really want to do those anymore. They just didn't seem like, relevant. So today's video is going to be a surprise for both you and me. So while I don't know exactly what kind of look I want to do today, I do know that I want to use one of these two new palettes. I ordered these off the Karity website because they had just launched Just Peachy and Unicorn Dreams. Not sure which one I want to use today, but if you haven't heard of this brand, I feel like they're kind of going Morphe cult status right now. They're supposed to have just some amazing pigmented, really buttery, creamy shadows, and they also have brushes as well. So we'll see. I don't know much about the brand. First impressions on the packaging, it just came in like a regular USPS box, but I appreciate how well these were packaged. They came in the USPS box wrapped in like really thick paper, and then also double wrapped in bubble wrap. So props to them for that, because I would hate to have my palettes arrive and find out that they were broken because they weren't properly packaged. I took the palettes out of their bubble wrap and out of their boxes, and this is what they look like. It's beautiful packaging. If you can see this one with the unicorn, that is gorgeous holographicness right there. But the one thing that I really appreciate about this packaging is on the back it shows you exactly what shades come in here, so you have no guesses as to what you're getting. So here's a close-up of the Unicorn Dreams palette. There's a mix of glitter and matte finishes in here, and I think the color selection is just stunning. And here is the Just Peachy palette. This one has a couple of different finishes. It says it has frost, satin, matte, velvet, metallic, and duochrome finishes in here. So this one definitely has a little more variety than the unicorn one. But this looks like an amazing fall themed palette. So I think we're gonna go with this one today. So let's go ahead and start out with a couple of their matte shades and see how those work. I'm going to go ahead and use this one here called Freshly Picked, just to kind of set everything and be my very first transition color. Next up, I'm going to use this shade right here called Atlanta, and use the same brush that I was just using and run this into the crease and just slightly above the crease. I am barely tapping my brush into the palette. I'm very timid when it comes to new eyeshadows I haven't tested before, so I start off very light and then work my way up, build up the color to where I want it. But a little bit with this goes a long way. I'm barely tapping into it. I'm getting a bunch on the brush though, but not a lot of fallout, which is interesting. And like, this pigmentation so far has just been crazy good. Alright, and lastly, I'm going to take this shade here, Organic, and focus it just into the deepest parts of my crease. After looking through some more of these colors, I'm thinking I'm going to do something a little more bold than I'm used to. So I've got a smaller fluffy brush, And I think I'm going to go into Warm and Fuzzy right here in the very middle and just do this on the outer corner. For the inner portion of my lid, I think I'm going to go pink and use this shade here called Creamy. I feel like this one might do better with a little bit of setting spray. So this is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm just going to spray this brush and see if I can get a little bit more pigmentation out of this. Because I was using a regular dry brush and it wasn't quite getting what I wanted. Ah, this is better. And I can almost do a cut crease with this, it's so pigmented. And instead of trying to transition the two shades together by blending them, I think I'm just going to stick a shade in the middle. And try, I think this one here on the top middle called Princess, and just take my finger, oh my gosh, and just dab that right in the center of my lid. Oh, that's so gorgeous. This is a beautiful color. Now I'm just going to blend out the edges of that shade that I tapped in the middle, and then we'll work on the lower lash line. And for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to combine the shades Organic and Fruity here and just run them right under the lash line and try to keep it thinner because I have a habit of going heavy-handed and looking like a raccoon. So we're just going to take a little bit and try to keep it just on the lower lash line and not go all kinds of other places. I'm also going to take a little bit of whatever is left on the brush I used for that Warm and Fuzzy shade, the really bright orange, and just kind of help transition these colors on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take my finger and run it in Glow Up and do this on the inner corners and also right on the brow bone. Okay, so this is the finished look. I just put on a quick coat of mascara because I was really liking how the shadows were kind of speaking for themselves, so no falsies today. And I ended up doing some really strange concoction of colors on my lips. I don't know how I feel about it, like I'm literally at a loss for words, but it does match my eyes, so I guess that's a win. So all in all, I really enjoyed this palette. The colors were very pigmented and they were super creamy. I mean, there was even a shade named Creamy. Come on now. I think they blended really well. They didn't go patchy or splotchy anywhere. The only thing I think that maybe, could be improved is some of the colors really do a lot better wet. There's nothing that comes with this palette that tells you, to use them a certain way. So it's kind of, initially going to be a little bit of experimentation and trial and error to see what you like better wet, what you like better dry. And honestly, I think it's either the frost or the satin ones that really I do feel like they need to be wet to perform at their best. So would I purchase anything from them again? Absolutely, I totally would. There's actually a palette that they have out now. I think it's called Nudes and Rudes. I really want to try that one out because I feel like it'll be a great complement to any palette that you own. You know, there's some really great transition shades. You can do a whole look with it. You can combine it with other shadows. So definitely think I might be trying that one out as well. And if you guys want to see me test out the Unicorn Dreams palette, just leave me a note in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know I was a little all over the place, but I do like how this came out. I was really looking for something, you know, kind of transitional from summer to fall because, let's be serious, we don't have full-blown seasons here in Texas. We basically have summer and then like 100 different variations of summer. So I feel like this can work all year round, but I really think if I had lived in a place with seasons, this would be a wonderful transitional look. Don't forget, if you like these videos, give them a big thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!